How high can you throw a ball? How far and how fast? All of these questions and more can be answered with the complex topic of projectile motion and vectors in physics. Let's start with a simple question. What is a vector? Well, a vector is simply a quantity with magnitude and direction. In the real world, everything is a vector. You don't just move west, you move west with a certain speed. When you put direction with speed, you get velocity. We can use these vectors to figure out how objects move in real life, whether it be a boat moving through a river or a ball thrown from a cliff. To solve most problems, 3 equations are used. Now, let's try a problem. Here we have a person throwing a ball at 20 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees upwards off a cliff that is 50 meters high. Find the velocity of the ball at 1 second and the speed when it hits the ground. So to do this problem, first we need to separate out the horizontal and vertical velocities. We can do this by using some basic trigonometry. Here's the math for that. Now we know that when the ball is thrown, it has a horizontal component of 10 root 3 and a vertical component of 10. Since we are neglecting air resistance, the horizontal component will never change. Therefore, the horizontal velocity at 1 second is also 10 root 3 meters per second. Meanwhile, the vertical component will change due to gravity. So to figure out the vertical component, we will use one of the formulas we mentioned before. We know the initial velocity, the acceleration of gravity to be negative 9.81 meters per second squared, considering down to be negative of course, and we know the time it takes. Then we can figure out the vertical velocity to be about 0.19 meters per second. So with the Pythagorean theorem, we know the speed to be about 17.32 meters per second. Then we can also find the direction of the ball using some trigonometry. So the final velocity of the ball is at 3 seconds is about 17.32 meters per second at 0.01 degrees above the horizontal. Of course, vectors can get more complex, but now you know the basics. Thank you for watching.